All right, here we go. Lovely. Now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. Give me 2 seconds here. Then here. All right. Perfect. All right, all right. What's up, Sean? Give me just a second here. I'm getting this posted to my story real quick. Sorry, guys. Give me just a second here. All right, all right. How's everybody's week going so far? Everybody's day, week? Good evening, Arco. What's up, Jonathan? Saif, yeah, sorry about that. Loving the long sleeve. Does it have the full logo on the back? It does not. It does not. Just right here. It's in the Discord. What's up, Logan? Wait, you mean you were waiting in the Discord or you just were in the Discord? I don't know which one that means, Logan, but either way. All right. It kind of sucks that our first free Thursday was a closed market, but I guess it is what it is. Let me see here. Sorry, I need to do one more thing. And that is to fix the description on this video. me 1 second. Edit. Can I edit the video while it's live? Hopefully I don't lose you guys. Sorry, bear with me. All right, here we go. If you guys look in the description now, you should see the very first thing in the description is the free trial Thursday for the Discord. So anybody that's in here that's not in the floor, make sure you join the free Discord below. Obviously, we have multiple different options, but if you are not wanting to spend anything and you're wanting to try it out, we have a free trial Thursday every Thursday. This Thursday, the market just so happened to be closed. So anyways, yeah, cool. Let's get right into it. Sorry, that was a longer wait than I wanted it to be, but typical Thursday charting session here. We're going to go ahead and go through my watch list from A to Z, going over everything that I like for tomorrow. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. I need to move my camera out of the way. And sweet. Cool. They don't have access to lessons on a free day. Saif, this is the free lesson for now. We may do something different in the future, but as of right now, this is the free lesson. Apple 240 still looks so good. I really like this level. The more times it's testing, the more I'm liking it. So I would definitely still look at 240 on Apple to the downside. We've got a 15-minute trend that gives us room down to 239.41. And then my final target for that would be 238.90. And yeah, so that's definitely still going to be on the watch for Apple. Airbnb, I'm not a huge fan of. AMD, let's see what we've got here. 119.21 still looks super nice on AMD. And actually 120, what is this? It's above 120. 120.12 looks nice as well for an early entry for that. We could enter that at 120.12 support. Get the breakthrough 120 and the breakthrough our actual level here at 119.21. We'd already be up nicely by the time we even get to that 119.21 level. So that does look really, really nice on AMD. We broke this uptrend here that we had been holding. This downtrend, I mean, we broke a few days ago, but this uptrend we've been holding really well. We broke through that, and it looks like this thing's actually ready to go. So I do like AMD. I go ahead and mark that. Amazon, I'm all good on. You move Cam to the bottom left so we can see the ticker. Sure, Sean. Let's see if this is better. The only thing I don't like about that is the YouTube bar is going to cover it up. Guess I'll move it to like right here. Or actually, top right might be better. Top right's probably better. We'll see. Bolt said in all caps, top right might be better. Top right is definitely not better because you guys can't see what I'm looking at now. All right, bottom left it is. A little smaller. All right, here we go. All right, cool. AVGO, I'm all good on. BA, I liked 170 yesterday. However, there was no volume on the contracts when we got down there, so I wouldn't expect there to be volume on the contracts this time either. And we've bounced off that level about 6 times or 7 times now, so I think I'm going to give up on the 170 level for BA. Costco with the 950 rejection here. That one's always super low volume as well, but let's actually check these contracts real quick. See if it's even, yeah, nope. That took about 2 seconds. CRM, I'm all good. Crowd, I'm all good. DDOG, I'll pass. Disney, I'll pass. Let's see what Google's got here. Not much. Not much. Yep, I think I'm going to have to pass on Google as well. Unmark that. Meta. We were looking at something on... Oh, yeah, we were looking at 638 on Meta the other day. And we just decided to have a full day of selling. So... I don't think I really like anything on Meta to the downside here. Nothing's really in a clean area right now. That one's getting unmarked. Yep. I'm good on Microsoft. MSTR, we got a pretty crazy bounce off at 300, and there's still a gap to fill. I would be interested to see if we fill this gap. I mean, we've got a lot of time between now and market open, so that gap could be filled. But if that gap doesn't get filled pre-market, 326.12 to that gap fill would be pretty nice. That gap gets filled at 335. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm going to put that on the watch just in case, because that could be a very, very clean play if we see that tomorrow, or if it doesn't fill overnight. MU actually just had a gap fill, and as it's coming back down here, I'm actually liking this. I think I'm going to look at yesterday's low, which is 98.30. I would look to take that through the 98 break. And yeah, I would be interested to see what we have in store here for MU. That one's going to stay marked. Netflix, we haven't had a trade on Netflix in, it feels like, forever. And we still have none. NVIDIA. What is this? 137.59. We could look at 137.59 for sure. Do we have anything below that? Okay. 137.31. Then 136.86. And then 136.65. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Okay, yeah, I would be cool with looking at that. These can go away. Entry level is going to be 137.59. And then these are all targets down here. So these can get changed. Was that my car? That was my car. I was gonna say, somebody's car outside sounds exactly like mine. Here, I don't know why I'm taking so long picking out a color for my third target. I should just have you guys pick my colors for me. All right, cool. And the video looks good. Yeah, I know, Arco. Gets stolen more frequently than you would think. $98.50. Wait, hold on. I need to go back to MU. Wait, where did I put that level? It was at 98.30. Yeah, I mean, it looks good though. The main reason I like that is because we filled that gap on the 1 year, which means that we're obviously we saw a gap rejection. So typically when you see gaps fill, you'll end up seeing some type of rejection or some type of bounce from them. Obviously depending on what direction they're coming from. But that is why I like that, because if they can flush that 98.30 level, it should be a pretty easy drop back down. Anyways, moving on. Oracle. I think I'm all good on Oracle. I mean, if you really like this stock, if this is like your favorite stock for some reason, 163.98 doesn't look horrible, but other than that, I am all good. PLTR. Nothing on PLTR for me. I wish we could have caught that 74.60 break the other day. That was nasty. I mean, we've already got quite a few ideas for tomorrow, so that's good. Quite a few levels, so I would be interested to see, does Roku actually have not really. All right, never mind. Never mind. Shop I would not be interested in until we get down to 104.54. SMCI I'm not interested in until we get down to 28.84. Snow I'm not interested in, well, pretty much at all, but if we get down to 153.12 I would look at that, but these are all pretty far away, so they're definitely not going in the watch for tomorrow. And Tesla. Let's see what we have on Tesla. Tesla, I would look at 402.50 for sure. So that's cool. We've got something on Tesla. I mean, it's not much other than just yesterday's high, but it does not look bad. Cool. If anybody has any stocks they want me to go over real quick before I get started in writing out this watch list, just let me know. and I will be more than happy to go over them. But I'll give you guys a second to figure out if you have anything that you want me to cover. I'm gonna move my camera back up here because it's bothering me being down at the bottom. But you guys are gonna know what I'm watching because I'm gonna tell you what I'm watching. About PLTR, if I missed out earlier. Joey, yeah, I took a look at PLTR. There's really nothing on there for me. The only thing you'd really have was yesterday's low, except now we made a new low after hours, so nothing there for me. Amazon, Apple, those were ones that I went through right at the very beginning. Amazon, I really don't like anything. We're in this 4-hour wedge still, and really the only thing you could even look at is yesterday's low into 220. However, this entire area is just a mess. It's just in a big range. And then Apple, I do like. Apple was the first one that I mentioned that I actually really like, which is 240. So I still like that same 240 level that I've been looking at on Apple for probably 2 weeks at this point. Or it feels like 2 weeks at this point, but yeah. All right, cool. So if that is all you guys want me to go over, I'm going to go ahead and start writing out the watch list for tomorrow. And that is full screen for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna just actually go ahead and delete all these. IBIT. Yep, I'm all good on that one as well. 51.77, if you want to look at that stock, then 51.77 would be about the only thing I'd look at on that. But the 4-hour gives you, let's see, 40 cents of room. Good, Zaid. All right, cool. Watch list. Start off with Apple. Sorry, looking at the 240 support. Well, actually, at this point, it's going to be a flat bottom by the time we get down there. I'm sorry, was that on the 15-minute? Oh, it was 239.39. All right, AMD 120.12. Looking at the 120.12 low from Wednesday. rewrite this. Hold on. The main level isn't until 119.21 support. After that, I would be targeting the 119 break. Otherwise, we have room all the way down to, where do we have room down to? 118.97 is the next support there. 118.97, and then surely we have some trends, right? That aren't just straight down on the 15-minute. I'm sure we will have some trends by tomorrow morning. But yeah, okay. After that, we have room all the way down to the 118.97 support break. There we go. That's a downside play. This is a downside play. Then MSTR, if I'm not mistaken, is also a downside play, right? Or no, I'm sorry. MSTR was that gap. MSTR, looking at the overnight gap from 326. Thought it was 326.12. There we go. From 326.12 all the way up to 335. First target on this would be the 330 break. And after that, my final target would be the gap fill. Perfect. Umar, mainly just because I know what the 1 year looks like for the majority of these, and whenever I suspect that there might be a gap on one of these just based off of an after hours move, I'll check the daily and see if we have a gap. But I look at these stocks on a daily basis, so it's not necessarily necessary for me to look at the 1 year, 1 day every single day when I'm looking at these same stocks on a daily basis. Let's see. After that, we have MU. After filling the 1 year gap, we got an aggressive rejection from the gap fill. Looking at the 98.30 low from Wednesday. I'm just gonna abbreviate this so it stops taking up so much space. Targeting a break below 98. Where do we have room to on this? We have room all the way down to 96.68. All right. MU, and then we have NVIDIA at 137.59. NVIDIA looking at 137.59, flat bottom. Room down to the next support at 137.31. Room down to the next support at 137.31. Those colors are hard to see. I don't know why I did it in those colors. 136.86, 136.65. All right, cool. Final target on that would be a break below 136.50. And then after that, all I had was Tesla at 402.50. At 402.50 from Wednesday. Targeting a break to the 4 level. That one's pretty simple. There's not much else to look at there. All right, I don't like how all these are main watches. What's something we could put in a side watch? Or actually, we really don't even have enough stuff to put in a side watch. So cool. That's what I've got for my watch list tomorrow. So that did not take very long. So if you guys want to turn this lesson into a Q&A for the rest of the charting session, I am more than down to do that. What's up, Ebony? You like BA at 169.61. Eric, I've been looking at BA for I don't even know how many days in a row, and this thing has just faked 170 every single time. I mean, we haven't taken it at all because there's no contract volume, which means there's no volume on the stock, which means I'm not taking that, but I'm giving up hope for BA. There's never enough volume to take this thing. So yes, I would, but the lack of volume and the back and forth with no follow through is making me slowly not like it. They did, Michi. How much volume do you like to see on the contracts? At least 1,000, Logan. At least 1,000. Or like if it's within the first few minutes of market open, if we're at like, 850, but we're picking up volume quickly, then 1,000 is going to be pretty soon. So if I have to get in them when they're 850, 900-ish, but the volume is picking up very quickly, then I'm okay with that as well. But I would prefer to see at least 1,000. Because anything anything under 1,000 is going to be making it way more difficult to actually get your contracts filled. And yeah, it just makes your life a lot more difficult, and you typically wish that you weren't in the trade whenever the contract's volume is too low, because the spreads are going to be wider. It's harder to get filled on both sides, so it's just annoying and better off skipping. What is this algo on TOS? Origin. It is just a support and resistance algo. It draws trend lines for you as well, and it repaints the color of your candles. See flat bottom. Why is it going to the downside? So I don't know how to say your name. I'm just going to say Can. whenever you're looking at a flat bottom, or you're looking at a support, or you're looking at a resistance, no matter what type of support or resistance it is, whenever you're looking at these levels, and I understand why you're asking that question, because I was asking that question to myself at first, and the reason that we're looking at these for breakouts and breakdowns rather than bounces or rejections is because the parameters that we're using to even enter the trade in the first place is setting the trade up for it to be a breakout or a breakdown. That's why when we come into these levels with low volume, we avoid them, right? But whenever we get aggressive into these levels, that's when they break out or break down. So when I'm looking at a support level, all the things that I'm watching for between level 2, time and sales, strength and weakness compared to the market, and just the overall setup, all those things that I'm looking for and checking off my list is setting that trade up to be a breakout or a breakdown rather than a bounce or a rejection. Yes, Origin. Like Genghis Khan? I don't even know what you're referring to there, Arco, to be honest with you. But does that make sense as to why we're looking at it that way? Thank you, Logan. I try my best to give the clearest answers possible. Missed the lesson yesterday. Did we review what we think went wrong with NVIDIA trade? I was reviewing it afterwards and realized how extended it was. Yes, we did. We did, Eric. So overall, that move was overextended for sure to the downside. However, it was also ahead of the market, which is the only reason I was comfortable with taking that at that level still. And yes, overall, the move was extended. But like I said, we were ahead. And where it really went wrong is we just lost all selling at that level. Like every time that we were getting to levels yesterday, our party was just disappearing. And that's just how it was all day. So, yeah. Volume basically just dropped out. Do you read news? Not necessarily, Logan. I mean, I'll take it into account if something crazy happens, like out of the blue, but I don't go through and read every news article about every single stock I'm looking at, because at the end of the day, the news is not really affecting us that much, to be honest with you. Unless it's, and I've said this a million times, but unless it's like an emergency type of news, it's not going to be affecting us too much, because the majority of the time they already have that stuff priced in. Or they already have estimates for what it's supposed to be. You feel like you watch too many stocks at once sometimes. Iverson, not necessarily. The only times that I do feel like I'm watching too many stocks at once is if let's say we're at market open and there's 5 things that are all like the same distance away. That's the only time that I ever feel like there's too much switching around, which is why I typically just say like, I'm going to pick one thing that I like the best and I'm going to stick with this. If something comes up closer, I know you guys will be in chat being like, oh, this is coming up, but I just stay where I'm at, because I know if I switch over to something else, I'm going to miss the break there. Then we're going to miss the break on the other stock that we were originally watching. And that, yeah. Overall, I mean, I am fine with that. I'm fine dealing with that at this point. Like, it doesn't affect me if I miss trades and like I have to skip a trade and be cash for the day. It doesn't bother me to be cash at all. But you guys and beginners for sure have a hard time with that type of stuff. So like those are the days that you guys are going to go find some random setup and just chase for no reason. Since screen share is clear on YouTube, can you please show how to check the volume of contracts on Thinkorswim? Yeah, Umar, the screen share and the Discord should be the same quality, to be honest. The Discord's maxed out on boosts, and I'm maxed out on my account. But anyways, Yeah, so the way that you find the volume on the contracts is literally just by going to your options chain. I'm going to move my camera way off screen here. But just go to your options chain, and then when you're looking at the calls, calls are always on the left, puts are always on the right. All you got to do is just look at this volume column, and it shows you the volume on each of the contracts. So you pick your strike price, like the 140 calls, you look at the volume on the 140 calls. Same thing over here. Pick your strike price for the puts. Say it's the 138 puts. Boom. Go over, look at the volume on the 138 puts. And if you don't have the volume or the open interest columns here, all you've got to do is go up to this little tab right here and choose the volume and open interest one. What do you like to see? Logan, I really don't care. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it does, but typically delta at the money is going to be about 50 regardless. So if we're playing at the money contracts, that's right around what it's going to be. Like on Delta, or I'm sorry, on TOS, I have Delta pulled up on the contracts, but on IB, I don't even have it on the options chain. All I have on the options chain is just volume, open interest, bid, and the ask. But Delta on options contracts when they're at the money is 50. So that's all you really got to keep in mind. Sorry if I missed it. Why Tesla high of day versus low of day from yesterday? High of day is closer. Way closer. Like $9 closer. So that would be why. Since the volume is high, would you choose that? Wait. That SP. What is SP? Raymond. How much volume that you're looking for in order to trade? I want to see at least 1,000. At least 1,000. And if we don't see 1,000 yet, if it's within a couple minutes of market opening and the contracts are picking up volume quickly, and let's say we're at 890, 900, 950, but we're very, very quickly picking up, I'll still take the trade. But anything under 1,000, I'm not too excited about. Oh, I'm sorry. Since the volume is high, would you choose that strike price over the other? Raymond, it really just depends. What stock were we just looking at here? Were we looking at the Tesla contracts or Nvidia? Yeah, I mean, looking at Nvidia here, I would pick the 140s over the 139s for sure. And that's not even just because of the volume here. That's just because the $5 increments, $10 increments tend to move a little bit better, and they pretty much always have more volume. So like if you look down here at the 145s, obviously they've got a ton of volume too, but these contracts are cheap. But yeah, I typically go with the contracts that have the most volume that are also still a decent price. Like if those were too far out of the money and they were too cheap, then I would go with the other contracts that are closer to being in the money, that are a little bit more expensive. Because anything under like 100, really anything under like 110, I don't like trading. But anything less than 100, I really don't want to touch unless that's like the only option. Tend to stay one or two out of the money. Yeah, I mean that's right where we try and stick around as well, Ray. I'm assuming that's Ray C. But yeah, cool. If any of you guys that are in here are not in the floor, definitely click that first link in the description. That's for the free trial Thursday membership. So obviously it's free. We do still have some free perks for you guys in there as well throughout the rest of the week. So it's not like you're just waiting on Thursday with nothing else. I'm still throwing my top watch into the free chat every day. And then also, you know, on Thursdays, the whole chat is open for everybody. And yeah, we hope to see you guys in there for sure. Do you and your boys have a trading house together? Just wondering. Nah, I wish. I wish. That would be fun. You as well, Arco. No problem, Patricia. No problem at all. All right, no more questions. Going once, going twice. What are your goals for the next 5 years? Logan, to be honest with you, my goals have not changed since I was in middle school. So, probably the same goals as last year, except one step higher. I do want to see at least 350 people on mic within the next like 4 to 5 months. I want to see at least 350 people on mic on a daily basis for the next 4 or 5 months, or within the next 4 or 5 months. Might those be? Don't have to. Origin, I mean, yes and no. If you're talking about like go get a college degree and go sit at a desk and talk to people about a financial plan, then no, definitely not. But I've been trading for a little over 8 years, so in that sense, yes. But in the boring sit in a cubicle sense, no. When did you change to YouTube, Dave? We've been doing the Thursday night lessons on YouTube for the past like 3 or 4 weeks. I'm pretty sure. But it's just the Thursday night sessions. No, Logan, I started in middle school. I started when I was 14. Yeah, Dave, I sent the announcement out in general announcements. I'd like to have a lesson on moving averages someday. I really don't use any moving averages, Umar. I don't use any moving averages. I have this adaptive EMA on my chart just because I literally had it on there from the day that I got Thinkorswim 8 years ago, and I've just never taken it off. But I don't use it for anything. I feel weird without it on my chart. So I'm most likely, me personally, will most likely not have a lesson on moving averages just because I don't like them. I think they're lagging indicators, and I don't think they're very beneficial for your trading. Because the only thing that's actually determining where the stock goes is price action, which is what I teach you guys how to do, is read price action. So that is why I don't use them. But that doesn't mean that there won't be a lesson in the future on moving averages, you know, at all. But most likely just not going to be through me. It's going to be through either Connor and Nikita, or maybe some potential future employees. We've already got our eyes on a couple. What's the best setup for tomorrow? Brian, I would love to show you the full list right here. Go ahead and take a screenshot and check them all out. The best setup though, as of right now, it's hard to tell, because the best setup right now for me is Apple. I really like Apple still. However, by the time market opens tomorrow, or not even market opens, but just by the time I check back in on these in the morning, Apple could be super far away, and then maybe NVIDIA is my favorite setup. But I would say Apple or NVIDIA would be my top two right now. Let's see. Thoughts on crypto? I don't like it, Logan. I mean, if you like crypto, that's your thing, do your thing. But I personally I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. Do you use any indicators when you trade? No, I do not. The only indicators that I use are just basically indicators that draw trend lines for me so I don't have to do it myself. And an indicator right here that repaints my volume candles so it shows you the amount of buyers versus sellers in each candle. But other than that, no. How would you feel about sharing your TOS setup with all the different screens? Raymond, I've got a video coming out on that very, very, very soon. So I would feel super comfortable with that. But this is what it looks like, but I've got a video going through how to set it up exactly, and then also how to set it up if you execute through TOS, so everything is all super streamlined and easy to use. What are commissions on contracts from... Oh wait, hold on. What are the commissions on contracts for TOS if you know? Logan, to be honest, I don't exactly know. I want to say 65 cents. Possibly. They might be less than that though. What is your profit goal for the year? I really don't have one, Origin. I really never have set a specific profit goal, because the only thing that makes you do is just focus on your P&L. And if you're not there by the time you think you need to be there, or if you're not at certain checkpoints by the time you think you need to be at certain checkpoints, then you start forcing trades and making dumb mistakes that you know better than to make just because you're not hitting your goal that you wanted. My goal is to make you guys as consistent as humanly possible. That's what my goal is that's my profit goal for the year, is make you guys as consistent as possible. And that's going to get everybody to their goals. I'm skeptical of it. Yeah, I'm extremely skeptical of crypto, Logan. I can see the watch list. Oh wait, can I see the watch list again? Of course, bolts. I'm going to throw this in the stocks chat as well. Stocks chat and lessons tab whenever we're done. So if you're not in the floor, join up. But if you are in the floor, you're going to see this in here anyways. What indicator changes the candle colors? Jack, that is basically an algorithm that uses the super trend to repaint candles to tell you whenever the stock is in a very short-term uptrend or downtrend. So all the candles that are the color red, that doesn't mean they're all red candles. That means they're in a downtrend. All the candles that are the color green does not mean they're all green candles. It means they're in an uptrend. The filled candles are red candles, and the hollow candles are green candles, regardless of the color. Do you use heat? No, I do not use heat charts, Logan. You can share a file. Oh, Raymond, if I can figure out how to do that, then yeah, but if not, the video is going to be up anyways. Commissions are negotiable with your broker depending on how you trade. Yeah, for sure. You can definitely negotiate commissions with TOS. Interactive does not negotiate with anyone. However, TOS you can definitely call, and I don't know exactly how you have to do it, whether you have to be super nice or super rude and act like you don't like their platform, but either way, They definitely do adjust your commissions somehow. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how you have to be, or if you can just ask. Surely you can just ask. But I've definitely heard of people in the past like calling and like threatening to cancel if they didn't adjust their fees, even though they had no plans of going anywhere, which I don't know. I mean, morally is questionable, but hey, it is what it is. Wait, hold on. Down in the volume. Oh, Jack, that's yeah, I mean that's just the same type of thing. I've got the if you're in the floor, I'll just send it in there. Here. There, I just sent it in the free chat. Or actually, here. It's the name of the window you use for the P&L on Interactive Brokers. That is the portfolio window, Origin. You can also see it in the book trader. Still got 30 people here. That's pretty solid, pretty solid. "30 people eager to learn." Yes, sir, Sean. I like it. Sorry to keep bugging on this, but can you go to the gear icon and select share workspace? Raymond, I assure you that it is way easier to just set it up than do all that. I don't know exactly what that transmits, so it's not that I don't trust you. I just don't. I don't know exactly what all that shares. So I will have a video up on it. I promise you. How do you set that view? That view. What are you referring to, Origin? If Origin is still here. All right, cool. Well, if we don't have any more questions here, we can go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate you guys coming out, though. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And I will see you guys all first thing in the morning for pre-market review. Let's crush it tomorrow and end this week strong. We've been actually killing it, like, consistently over the past few months, really. I was going to say for the past couple weeks, but really just for the past few months. But yeah. You guys have been doing absolutely insane. I love to see it. So I will see you guys first thing in the morning.